Hi, this is Melinda from Grassroots Internet Strategy, and we're going to do a walkthrough of the Google Analytics dashboard. So to start, go to google.com/analytics and log in, and this is the first screen that you see. So you'll see this is the domain here that's being tracked on the analytics. There's a high-level summary of some stats here, and what we're going to click on is this link here through to View Reports. So the first thing to know about your dashboard, you can set the date range that you want to look at here. So it defaults to the previous month of stats, but if you want to look at it for a longer time period, just put the start date in, the end date in, and click apply. So you can view stats for whatever time period you're interested in. Now, the good thing about the dashboard, Google's automatically added the stats that they think it's important for you to be able to view at a glance. You can customize your dashboard if you want to, but today we're actually going to walk through the stats under site usage and what you can do with them. So this first graph shows the site visitors for any day, and as you can see by hovering over it, it'll give you the particular number on that day. So if we scroll down under site usage and we start with the number of visits. So this is total number of visits, which counts the people that have visited more than once. If you're interested in unique visitors, down here, that's the number. So visitors, that's the difference. Visitors counts each person only once, and visits is total number of visits, so multiple times. Ideally, for a really good website, you want a high number of unique visitors and a high number of visitors that are coming back to your site more than once. And what else is good to know? If you haven't set up a filter to filter yourself out of your analytics and you're on your website a few times a day like I am, it's good to know you'll only ever be counted once from that computer as a visitor. So that's the total number of unique people. The next thing I wanted to look at was bounce rate. So bounce rate is the percentage of people that arrive at any page of your website and then bounce back out without clicking on anything. So if your bounce rate's 100%, 100% of people look at your website and bounce away, which basically means your copy and your website, for whatever reason, is not performing very well at all. So with bounce rate, the lower the better. For example, if your bounce rate's 10%, only 10% of your visitors don't see something to click on and leave. But it's worth noting with blogs that bounce rate can be higher than for other websites, because people actually are pulled in by an article. They'll often spend time reading the article and then they'll bounce away without clicking on anything. But that's why I always view bounce rate in conjunction with average time on site. So you can see ours here, bounce rate of 60%, reasonably high. But on the plus side, average time on site's more than 4 minutes. So the people that are coming in are spending a lot of time reading what we've got to offer, which we're really happy about. A few other quick things that you can find from the dashboard over here: average number of pages per visit shown as 2.59. So that's evidence that a lot of people are looking at more than one page and they're not bouncing. Page views is the total number of pages that have been viewed in the time period. And down here, map overlay, really quick cool thing I want to show you. Click to view. This shows where your visitors are located. So if we go through, see my Australia's all green because we're in Australia and most of our visitors are coming from there. But what I love, you can click on that map and you can keep drilling down to the specific area where your visitors are. So see, we've got a big bubble there around Melbourne, which is where I live, and you can hover over it and you can see the visits from specific places. So the map overlay is a very good feature to play around with. And another two things down the bottom from the dashboard. One is traffic sources. So it's really important to understand where your traffic's coming from. And Google makes that easy by making up a little graph. So with ours, you can see that's other websites where there's a link to us that have referred traffic to us. Direct traffic is where people type your website address directly into the browser, or they click on a link in an email that takes them directly to the site. Search engines is places like Google, and that includes organic and paid search. And other is if you have other regular traffic sources. So for us, that's our email campaigns. We've set up a thing in MailChimp that tracks the traffic through from our email campaigns through to our website, and that's what shows up. So if I go through to view report, have a quick look at that, you can see direct traffic. It shows the number of visitors. That's from our MailChimp subscription list, Google organic traffic, and some other referral sources. So one final thing I wanted to show in this video, one of the things that's on the dashboard is the content overview. So this shows the top content pages. You can again click through to view report and scroll down. So this is the pages that most people are looking at, and this is a really good way to understand how your copy is performing. So the slash there, that's our home page. That's had the most number of page views. And then ideally, if you've been able to put keywords in your URL, it's easy to identify then which pages after that are the most popular. So that is the walkthrough of the Google Analytics dashboard. You can see the main links over here as well, which are the ones I took you through. They're all on the left-hand column, so just go back to the dashboard there and have a play around with your statistics, get familiar with them. I always say Google Analytics statistics are of most value relative to each other. So track your own traffic, become familiar with what to expect, look for spikes when you do campaigns, look for dips and try and figure out why it's happened and get your traffic back on track. Thanks for listening.